Progressive exercise number 18. Be ready? Start. Sir, I have had the opportunity of going through the performance budgets which was presented to the House by different ministries. May I request the Finance Minister kindly to go through at least one performance budget. If you want, you can go through the entire thing and see whether, in the case of at least one ministry, the performance budget has been really fulfilled or not. He must first satisfy himself. I, for one at least, can say that it does not give any correct idea as to what are the physical targets which they have set for themselves and how they are going to be answerable to the Parliament next year when the budget is presented. If we have to compare the performance budget of next year with last year's budget, the members of parliament should be in a position to find out as to whether they have been able to achieve the targets that they have set for themselves, and if they have not, they should find out which department has failed, where the things have gone wrong. At least we should be able to find out these things. Sir, the third point which we may bring to the notice of the Honorable Finance Minister as a matter of abundant precaution about the infrastructure facilities which are very badly required if we really believe in industrial and agricultural growth. Here, the state electricity boards, the coal ministry, and the railway ministry have a coordination committee. But at the same time, greater attention will have to be paid to see that our production does not suffer because of the infrastructural facilities which are not coming up to the mark. That is the only apprehension left. If we are able to fulfill this expectation, if electricity becomes available to all the industries which are either there or which are newly set up, agriculturists should also get power, which is very badly required. I am sure the production oriented budget which the Honorable Finance Minister presented to the House will be completely fulfilled, and there should be no difficulty about it. One or two more points which I have to bring to the notice of this House are about the incentives which in fact are very badly required in the agricultural sector. It is not sufficient to give incentives only for the growth of industry. These are also essential for the agricultural sector, which has been requiring also. The support price suggested by the Agricultural Prices Commission normally is very much below the market price. Agriculturists, instead of getting remunerative price, are not able to recover even the cost of production. I would suggest that the Agricultural Prices Commission should be an independent body, and it should be a statutory body created by a statute of this Parliament so that they are able to correctly find out and assess the cost of production and then suggest what should be the price which should be payable even as a support price to the agriculturist. The second point is about the agricultural credit line, which has got choked up in a large number of states and it has got to be cleared. Honorable member is not here, but I was amused to find that every now and then, whenever the question of Maharashtra scheme was being raised here, he always used to say that there are some fictitious transactions and fictitious loans were given. I do not know on what basis he has been saying that. Even if there are some fictitious transactions, those could be found out and the persons concerned punished for that. Why should every cultivator be punished for that? They are not able to utilize the Reserve Bank credit limit because a large number of defaulters are there. The Maharashtra government has taken a bold and realistic step in this connection and they wanted to provide rupees 45 crores for wiping out the loan of these small and marginal farmers. I would request the finance minister to see that at least the Reserve Bank does not come in the way. The Reserve Bank should not create any difficulty if the credit line gets cleared and they are able to utilize the agricultural credit in full, which in fact they very badly require. There is one more point. Some kind of adjustment in the price of urea and other chemical fertilizers which the cultivators are to use is necessary. The price of all petroleum products has gone up, thereby urea has become a prohibitive item for agriculture. Some kind of adjustment effected by which urea should be easily available to the cultivators is one of the points which the finance minister may kindly consider. My next point is about the natural calamities and the scheme of rescheduling of loan. The finance minister is aware of the fact that rescheduling is not a concession to the cultivator at all. He is required to pay one third installment of the loan which he has taken right at the start when the rescheduled cycle start of the loan.